Alright, it has been quite a little while since I've taken a look at an Android Wear device, and a company called Mobvoi reached out to me recently and offered to send out their latest and greatest Android Wear device. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Ticwatch Pro 4G LTE version. I've heard a lot of good things about Ticwatch in the past. They've made several different devices. They make both smartwatches and earpods, Bluetooth wireless earbuds. Never had the opportunity to try any of them out before though, so I'm very happy for this opportunity. In the last couple of years I have turned more into an Apple user, an iPhone user, but I do always have an Android device in my other pocket. Right now it's the Samsung Galaxy S10. A lot of times it's the Pixel 3a or the Pixel 3 XL. But again, I have been wearing the Apple Watch for the last couple of years, so I think it'll be really interesting to see what has changed in terms of Android Wear. And the other really cool feature about this, which unfortunately I can't test at this point, is that 4G LTE capability. It only works on Verizon, so you do have to have a Verizon account if you want to have the watch be completely standalone. That's kind of the entire reason to buy this one, is to be able to use it without your phone around. Great for running, great for disconnecting from your device and still being able to stay connected somewhat. But like I said, that's not available at the moment. I think it's not going to be available for a few more weeks, but they're going to go ahead and start selling the device anyway. So today, let's go ahead and unbox it. We'll take a look at what comes in the package, set it up, try it out, and see how Android Wear has changed. But before we get into it, on the back of the box here, you can see a few things that make this special and unique. Layered display with 2 to 30 days of battery life, 2 days if you're using it in the smart mode, and up to 30 days if you use it in the not so smart mode. And there's an automatic switching mode you can put it into, I think, where it will go between like 5 and 15 days. It does have Wear OS by Google. It has a GPS tracker, IP68 water and dust resistant, so kind of like the Apple Watch, I'm able to take this one in the pool and have no problems. Should be able to with the Ticwatch. Speaker support, cellular network, heart rate sensor and step tracking, Google Pay with NFC payments, definitely a good competitor to Apple Pay, Google Assistant built in, and 1,000+ watch faces with Google Play. Let's get into the box. So inside of this box, very simple packaging, very elegant. You do have the watch here on top. It looks like you just take this piece of foam out and then undo the band to actually get it to release. I like the feel of the band. It has a very sports band feel to it, silicone. Get a little bit of documentation here, quick guide. There you can see a little diagram, the layout and everything. A 1.4-inch round dual layer display. It's AMOLED. It's a monochrome LCD, so it is 2 layers. It has a power button and function button on the side, microphone on the side, contact charging points on the back, optical heart rate sensor, as well as a speaker and a magnetic charging dock. Some instructions for setting it up with the cellular network and syncing Wear OS and how to manage the watch and everything. And then also in the box, as kind of expected, you get that charging cradle, USB on one end and the cradle on the other, with a little rubber gasket around the backside to help it sit more firmly on a table or a desk or something. Again, I haven't tried another Ticwatch. It would be kind of nice if this charger had a disconnectable cable, like a USB-C cable you could plug into it, so this piece could be easily removed and stored for traveling and such, but I'm sure that it will work perfectly fine as it is. And last but certainly not least, we do have the watch itself. It has a little screen protector on it, but it has a tab on the side, so I can only assume that means it's supposed to be removed. A little bit of a size comparison next to the Apple Watch. You can see it is significantly bigger, but I am wearing the 40mm Apple Watch Series 4. If I were wearing the larger Apple Watch, I'm sure it would be a little more comparable. And it looks like the bands are going to be pretty easy to remove. There's just a little locking pin here. You pull and the whole thing would come out. Pull this one, it would come out, and should be very easy to replace. It looks like a standard watch band size. Been a little while since I've worn a standard watch, so it's hard to tell. But let's go ahead and see if we can power it up. And after a couple of seconds there, it did buzz. It says Ticwatch. And there's your Android Wear startup screen. And there it says Wear OS by Google. Tap to begin. And other languages. So I'll tap to begin. Now I can pick my language here. So we'll say English United States. It says keeping your trust by protecting your personal info. Swipe all the way to the bottom. Read through this thoroughly. Yes, I've read it. It says on your phone, download and open Wear OS by Google. In the Wear OS app, connect to this Ticwatch. Now, luckily ahead of time, I did go ahead and download both the Mobvoi app and the Wear OS app. Now it says add device, so I hit plus. It gives me these devices I can choose from. Again, I was not familiar with these. They do a smart plug as well as a Tic band, a fitness band, but I'll pick Ticwatch for now. It says start setup, terms of service, yes, yes, yes. I agree to make Wear OS better, and it's already found. There's the Ticwatch. Ticwatch Pro 4G 0200. A prompt to connect will appear. Okay, so we are connected now. So it's getting the watch details. I have to confirm my screen lock, which I think I can do with a fingerprint. Yep. Copy your Google accounts to the Ticwatch. Sure. I have to put in my password to continue. And on my Apple Watch, I'm getting notifications that accounts being signed into. It says stay connected to Wi-Fi, get notifications and all this by using Cloud Sync. We'll hit connect, chat with your friends, manage calls and all of that from the watch. Allow it to make and manage calls. Yes. And allow it to access contacts and everything and SMS messages. Check your calendar. Of course I want to let it access everything. Notifications, location settings, GPS, and all of that fun stuff. As a word of warning, do make sure if you're doing something like this, read thoroughly through anything you're agreeing to before hitting next. I'm doing it quickly for the sake of the video. I can always go back and remove all of this later. Be very careful and very safe with what you do with your information. I am not careful or safe enough. And a few minutes later, it says you're all set, touch done on the phone. It says we are connected via Bluetooth, we are at 100% battery. We do have a drop down here so I can add new watches. Watch faces are all right here. So we have business time and classic black. You can look at them right here. There's a Google Fit one. This one's very nice looking, heartbeat. Just all kinds of options available there. And I think there are even more inside of the Play Store if you want to go in there looking for them. Not going to do that at the moment. There's a Welcome to Wear OS over here. So I can hit learn more. Swipe in each direction. So I'll swipe this way. It goes to Tick Health. I'm a notification. Tap to expand. Tap again to collapse. Swipe to dismiss. Back to watch. Swipe down to go back to your watch face. Swipe in another direction. And it is pulling in data from my personal email account there. It says I can swipe from the top. This is where you get into your settings, turning on sound, using it for pay, do not disturb and vibration and stuff like that. Battery life. Swipe up from the bottom, notifications, and it says press the button for apps. So I'll press the button up here. Play Store. It says press again to go back. I pressed it again to go back and now it's saying change the watch face by touching and holding. So yep, I can swipe through all the different watch faces that are available, but there's also see more. Looks like there's only 3 that are actually on the watch by default. Tap to see more, and I can pick and add more from that same list we saw on the phone, but I hit the button, the power button to go back again, and enjoy the watch. Okay, so look back through the apps again, get a little closer. We have Play Store, Agenda, Alarm, Contacts, Essential Mode, that's that low battery mode where you can get up to 30 days of battery life. Find My Phone, Google Fit, all the Fit apps, Flashlight, Google Pay, Messages, Privacy, Play Store, Swimming and Settings, Stopwatch, a couple from the Ticwatch there, Tick Health and Tick Pulse, Translate and Weather. Interesting to see Translate on there by default. And again, that may be something because I have it on my phone that I can do English to Spanish right here. Allow Translate to record audio? Yes. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Oh no, it's just a little delayed. I'm guessing this app doesn't work great. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I can tap and go back to change languages and stuff. Very interesting. I'll slide my Apple Watch up and we'll put them on side by side, see how they look and how it compares and everything. Oh, and you can kind of see it there in the reflection. Whenever the screen turns off, it goes to that secondary LCD, so it's showing the time and battery level and the date and everything. Just very minimal information. But then as soon as you tap on it, the screen comes back on. There we go. Went into the settings and turned the brightness up to make it a little easier to see because it had auto brightness turned on, and in this lighting, that was just not very bright. Oh, if I want to swipe up, it says there's a system update available. I'm guessing there was a system update. There's probably a firmware update for the watch. It also talks about essential mode. Tap more to learn about the multifunction button. Tick exercise. The watch has a swimming function. Tap to dive in. Let's learn about the essential mode multifunction button. I can press that. Press the multifunction to launch quickly. You can customize it. Double click to launch Google Pay. Press and hold to restart, power off, or switch to essential mode. So when I tap on it right now, it says, please enter your info to make the record. Okay, so this is Fit. If I double tap on it, it should open Pay, Google Pay, there we go. And I hold it, and it offers to go to SOS, Essential Mode, or Restart. Essential Mode greatly extends the battery life. Press and hold the power key until the booting screen appears to quit. So I'm not going to do that at the moment. There's also an option on here to customize that function button. So right now, bottom right says Tick Exercise. So it's not Google Fit. It was the Tick Exercise app by default, but you could make it Fit or Fit Breathe or any of these other options. So you could have it go to phone by default. I think I will leave it on Tick Exercise for now. So now when I tap on it, again, it goes back to that setup screen. When it told me I had disabled heart rate and steps collection, so I'm going to enable all of those. And access sensor data, yep, we want it to be able to do that. Get device location, absolutely. And vital signs, and we're not doing an outdoor run right now. We're not doing an outdoor anything right now. But this looks very similar to the way the Apple Health app works. And it still mentions there's a system update downloading, so I'm going to let that continue. What's the weather in Louisville, Kentucky? I think this is also supposed to work with the Google trigger word, but it hasn't worked for me so far. You can see it actually dictating what I said there. So it did take a little while for that to actually come up. What's the weather in Louisville, Kentucky?
Right now in Louisville, it's 87 degrees Fahrenheit and partly cloudy.
You can swipe through and see all the information about that. I mean, just after a short amount of time looking at this, I will say the screen looks very nice. I'm going to have to take some time and get used to the different apps. Kind of curious about the heart rate monitor. So tick pulse, let's check that one out. Just lay my arm down so I can get a more accurate measurement. Breathe normally. Seems about right. 78 resting. It says the 24-hour monitor is disabled. I should be able to disable that. Just let it go all the time. Of course, that's probably going to eat through the battery a little bit. Oh, and now that it's actually been run, it's gonna keep updating supposedly. So it does say 79. And you know, I haven't spent a lot of time with this thing yet. I know it's doing a lot, it's running updates and everything, but just very early impressions of it, it's getting a little warm on my wrist. Like the bottom side of it where the heart rate sensor is, it's getting a little toasty. It's not burning me, it's not hot or anything, but it's like when you thoroughly use your phone and it gets a little bit warm. It's kind of like that, but it's on my wrist. Again, once I let the screen go to sleep and let it do its thing for a little while, it'll probably go back to normal. But I just wanted to take a little bit of time today to try this out, to give you guys some first impressions about it. It's been a long time since I've looked at Android Wear. This screen is very big, it's very bright, it's very nice looking screen, and I'll be curious to see how this works out for me over the next few weeks. I think once it becomes available to actually work with Verizon, I might sign up for an account and try it out. They offered to pay to set up an account for a 1-month trial, but for the time being, I'm going to be using it paired up with my Galaxy S10, using it for notifications and fitness tracking and everything like that. If you'd like to see a follow-up video on it, let me know down in the comment section below. Hit the thumbs up button. I'm not sure on the pricing on this one. If I had to guess, it's probably $299. The Ticwatch Pro, which is very similar to this but has less RAM and doesn't have 4G LTE connectivity, it goes for $249. So I'm guessing that this will probably be $299, but again, I don't have final numbers at the moment. They do have other watches. If you're not interested in something that's this high end, they have less expensive options through their website and through Amazon, so I'll put links to both places down in the video description as well, so check down there for all the links as usual. If it's a link to Amazon or something, it's probably an affiliate link, so if you use that link to make a purchase, I get a little bit of a kickback, and I appreciate that. It helps support the channel. But that's going to be all for today. Thank you guys as always for watching. Thanks to Mobvoi, to Ticwatch for sending this out for me to take a look at. They haven't paid me a dime for taking a look at it. They literally just sent the watch out and I agreed to take a look at it for free. But anyway, again, thank you so much for watching. If you have not already and you're interested, subscribe to the channel by hitting that red subscribe button down below. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down button. That's fine too. And I'll see you again next time.